is that muggy sighting? Holy shit, people. We have a muggy sighting in the neighborhood. Well, sorry about yesterday. I went to go fire this up, and I put the flywheel I put on it, it was a little bit too small. I wanted to try to run a different flywheel, so I just had to put the original flywheel back on it. These XCM Mammoth muggies, like I said, it's 2005 or 4, the same year as that newbies that I was working on. So this was the stadium version, and that one was the buggy version. This one's way bigger. This frickin' hog weighs about 12 pounds. Oh yeah, nothing like, man, I love, hey, pound for pound, bang for your buck, dollar for dollar. Novarossi, Rex Legend, 28.8 will never let you down. I haven't fired this thing up in like a couple months, or at least a month. Man, cold and everything, thing fired up first bump, wing, right up, just like a clock. Oh yeah, people. No more messing around with the little pea shooters for now, anyway. Not unless I'm helping a newbie out. You won't see me running any of them personally. I gotta run the big motors here. All right, people, let's run her. Hear that, people? Purrs like a kitten, man, I'm telling you. Once you get these motors tuned and you get them good and broken in, you don't have to mess with the idle, man. I didn't really want to run the muggy tires on it, but screw it, man. smooth. She's running like a champ. Well, I just noticed this servo, I think, took a shit on me too. So, you know, I just threw this servo in here, temporary. You know, like I said in the past, I had a few high-tech servos that I had left, and you know, I'm you know, just running them till they die. That one looks like it just took a shit, so you know, it is what it is. You know, I'm just gonna, like I said, I don't run high techs no more. I have in the past, and you know, maybe it's me. I just don't have really good luck with the high tech servos, man. I don't care which one you get. You know, so I've never had a problem with Savox so far. You know, so anyway, I just wanted to run it a little bit. You know, this thing, man, this thing rips. Okay, now keep in mind, people, if you want, like I said, bang for your buck, best freaking money you can spend, okay, do yourself a big favor, whether you're a newbie or you're somebody that's, you know, running .21s and you want to get into something bigger, or, you know, I don't know, whatever your case might be. Everyone in Nitro should own one of these. Stock, modified, doesn't matter. Stock, these are awesome. This one here is stock. I mean, this is not even a modified. This thing is the most seasoned motor I have. Okay, and what that means is that this motor has the most fuel to it. And this motor is just, I mean, I can't wait till my modified motors get to where this is, because once these Italian motors and the Novarossis, and I was just talking to Rick today, by the way. Shout out to Rick. He asked how my motors were. I said, hey man, I love the motors. I got a couple more coming to him. He was telling me about some stuff that I'll just let you guys in on a little secret. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not the guy that's going to hold any secrets, blow any smoke up anybody's ass. You know how the Muggy Maniac is. I keep it 100% real. I don't care. So, this is what I got today. There was a few guys, okay, and, you know, Rick didn't tell me, hey, keep it under your hat or anything. You know, some guys want to keep secrets, and what for, you know? Let people know, man. That's what as soon as I find the news and I find enough facts, not just, okay, somebody says he said, she said bullshit. When I find enough facts, then I put it together and I'm like, okay, well, if, you know, there's a bunch of people that are solid sources of information, you know, in this industry and hobby, then, you know. So anyway, Rick was telling me that him, Mr. John Bodegel, I forgot his name again. He was telling the owner, because Rick knows the owner of Absolute. And Absolute, by the way, is one of the biggest distributors, carriers and distributors of Novarossi shit. So if you want a 28.8 Rex Legend, Absolute's got them. I think Rick's got them too. There's people that have them. Just keep in mind, not to get too far off subject, but just keep in mind that the new ones come with that this carburetor here. This one came on my modified one that I got modified, and I didn't want it on my modified, so I put the one that came on this one originally, was mint, you know, nothing wrong with it, brand new, because I take care of my shit, so I put it on the modified one, and I put this one on the stock one. And what Rick was telling me, you know, and he told me before, FYI, do not touch, I repeat, if you get one of these, don't, excuse my language, fuck with the mid needle. The mid-speed needle, leave it alone. Rick said when he modifies them, he'll even mark them. I mean, he marked this one, you know, so he just said do not touch them. They're basically to dial in the mid-range. If you're racing, which you won't be racing one of these or whatever, you know, then then you might want to think about that. So anyway, you know, let me get this thing back in here. Like he was saying that Novarossi was, you know, telling him and sorry for the camera, people, telling him and the owner of Absolute and a couple other guys that, you know, they had in the works a .32 that was going to be made, and, you know, go to find out what Rick was telling me is that's a bunch of bullshit. So basically, Nova Rossi was bullshitting, you know, the owner of Absolute, you know, because that guy would buy a lot of them because, you know, he's the biggest, you know, probably one of the biggest distributors of Nova Rossi shit in this over here in the States. I mean, that's where Rick gets all his shit from. So anyway, yeah, and I'm like, really? Yeah, Rick was telling me this today, and I was like, wow, that's it, really? Because I thought you know, I was thinking that, you know, because of what John's been hinting, and I know John's doing stuff, and, you know, I mean, he's not involved in Nitro, but that doesn't mean he's, you know, he's trying to, with his, how should I say, his you know, tons of viewers and subscribers and everything that, you know, things that he could do for people, for hobby, for, you know, Nitro Fiscal and everything, because so many people watch John, you know, that he can definitely make an impact. And, you know, I know he, you know, I wasn't born yesterday. I didn't fall off the turnip truck, so I know John gets, and there's a lot of, not just John, but there's a lot of guys that get, you know, let's just say they get taken care of by a lot of hobby, you know, first dibs on shit, stuff like that, you know, I mean, and John knows a lot of guys. So I knew I knew he was doing something, and that's what they've been trying to do. So Nova Rossi stringed them along, and then they finally, I guess, Rick was saying, whoever they found out from, somebody that worked there at Nova Rossi, that they have no plans of releasing a .32. So I don't want to burst your guys' bubble, you know, I mean, John was going to eventually tell you guys, I'm sure he was, but, you know, I'll just let you guys know that there ain't no Nova Rossi .32 happening anytime soon, unfortunately. I don't, you know, I've been trying to email Mario Rossi at Reds, you know, they're never going to make nothing bigger than a .21 because to Reds it's all about racing. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's what, you know, it is what it is. Nitro, these days, the bread and butter of any huge Nitro people that manufacture shit for 8-scale Nitro, period, is for racing. That's why monster trucks, muggies, these things are obsolete, man. Forget it. If you find them, man, if anybody's interested in getting an XTM like this, I mean, there is some things you got to upgrade, but it's way better than Traxxas E-Max, T-Bag Max, whatever, any Traxxas, period. I can get them for cheap. I would even, you know, put it out there that if somebody offered me the right price, I would build them one. And this thing is fun, man. I love this thing. Like I said, I really didn't want to run. You know, I'm glad something happened to the servo because I'd be probably making these tires bald within the next, you know, 30 minutes or so. But, you know, I just wanted to run around a little bit. It, you know, I'm not too bent out of shape that this servo took a shit. I didn't think it would last that long. You know, I got a little bit of run time just to kind of give you guys a little taste of the muggy in action. It's been a while. But yeah, this motor, that's it for Nova Rossi as far as the biggest motor. Matter of fact, FYI, Paloma, I also found out from Rick, or not Paloma, but Roma .25s, discontinued. They're not making them no more. So, you know, because I'm talking to Rick, because I'm thinking of what the third motor is I'm going to get. You guys know, and I already told you, in the next, you know, I'm waiting for my income tax, going to have, you know, a bunch of extra cash to, you know, throw around, and, you know, trust me, man, wait till you guys see within the next month, there's going to be freaking goodies coming out your ears. You know, I'm not the huge unboxer, but I will unbox things that I think are worth unboxing. Motors, pipes, maybe a new platform. So you guys know I'm looking for a new, or, you know, new to me, but used to you guys, I should say, 8-scale buggy, Nitro buggy. I love my little Mugen here with its sick-ass God of War paint job that I did on that thing. Came out pretty sick. You know, got the modified reds in there, you know, but I'm looking for another one. I think I'm content on my Techno and, you know, my Mugen MBX T race truggy over there and my muggy. So, yeah, but anyway, so, yeah, Nova Rossi's not coming out with anything bigger, and the .25 Romas are, like I said, discontinued. You know, so I'm thinking I'm probably going to end up getting another .28 because there isn't any .32s. I'm not going to get another LRP. One of them's enough for now. I mean, you know, I mean, I really like I said, I've already put, you know, 300 into that thing, 200 for the motor, $100 for the Rossi carb that I still haven't milled, and I have to get a fucking, get it modded, excuse my language. So I'm $400 into it. That's the only $400 I'm going to put in LRP, because I think, like I said before, their quality isn't there. Their quality is shit. The only reason anybody gets them is just because it's the biggest motor. So anyway, I love this motor better because this thing will outlast any LRP .32, hands down. This motor is way better quality. Don't have to do nothing to it but break it in. Once it's nice and broken in, man, this thing fires up every single time like money. I don't have to tune it. I don't have to mess with nothing. Just maybe lean it out or richen it or whatever. Man, this thing still runs strong, and it's got over 2 gallons through it now. Man, it seems like it, every time I run it, man, it seems like things powerful, man. It gets stronger. I mean, and it's only stock. I didn't even modify it. Wait till the modified gets nice and broken in. There's the modified one right there by RB Mods. This baby here, man. And I got another one. I think what I'm going to do, I think I might just end up saying screw it. I'm not going to spend any more money on motors right now. I got the OS, need to get modified, the LRP 32, and why not get another Rex 28.8 modified? I love that motor, man. I can't have enough modified Rex 28.8s. I love those motors, man. They're just, man, quality. Not as much quantity. Okay, so what? Quality, though. Good quality, big motor that just durable, lasts forever, hassle-free, man. So for newbies, people wanting what kind of motor, man, just do yourself a favor. You're missing the whole point. Do not get this thing with a pull start or a rotor start. You know what I mean? If you're running monster trucks where you got to get a pull start, you're not going to get the full effect of this thing. You have to have a sealed back on this thing, okay? Sealed back plate like all my motors have, okay? I ain't dealing with no pull start shit anymore. All my motors have back plates, man. No pull starts and no rotor shit. Hell no. So anyway, I just wanted to get the muggy out there. I know this was the one that I was going to run, but I didn't feel like, you know, packing up my, you know, my little backpack and all my shit and going up the street to the place. And I might do that tomorrow when I get some time. Weather's been pretty decent, so I am going to run this next, guaranteed. So I want to just run more fuel through this thing. So anyway, let me see if I can fix that servo, either that or just toss it over there in the trash and wait for my other ones to come in. I'm messing with servos no more. But anyway, that's about it, man. So that's what's new. And, you know, I was talking to Rick. He said don't get too caught up in motors with 4, 5 ports, 6 ports, 7 ports. The only difference in the ports, Rick told me, okay, is the 7 and with the 8 port, this one here, the 28.8 Rex Legends, it keeps going. The RPMs keep going. They don't want the LRP is a 7 port. The Pico is a 7 port. You know, and unless those smaller ports, less than 8, they drop off at the top end. Your RPMs drop. They don't continue to just get higher and like the Nova Rossi does. Nova Rossi, man, this thing just wants to scream to the top of its lungs. You just heard it right now, man. And I wasn't even full trigger, man. That was like 3/4, man. This thing freaking loves to scream, man, and it keeps going. The 7 ports and the 5 ports and all that, they don't. So that's what Rick told me. That's the only difference in ports. He says, but don't get caught up in all the ports. You know, I mean, the Picos and, you know, the Nova Rossis, and there's some other .28s out there. OS even has one, but it's a pull start. I'm not dealing with trying to find a backplate. If I can't get a motor that has a backplate and sealed already, I'm not going to get it. So anyway, I have a couple motors in mind. Actually, I have one motor and that I'm going to get. And that'll, you know, to be continued. We'll be here in the next few weeks. I will be sending those. Plus, I'm got more pipes that I got to get coming. Servos, more Badlands. Got to have more Badlands. I've only got 3 pairs. What? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2. Yeah, I need like 2 pairs per truck. I won't put any on the Muggy, you know. Like I said, I didn't really want to run these tires, man, but these are the tires that it came with, man. That's the only thing, you know, one of the very few things on this thing besides the chassis and, you know, and the arms that are stock on that thing. Everything else I've replaced. Oh, yeah, before I go, if you run a stock 28.8 Rex Legend, this is a must, people, okay? You can ask anybody. Ask John, he'll even tell you, and I know from experience, the Dynamite 053 Platinum is the best pipe to run on. And I've tried all the pipes on stock. That's just stock. Modified, well, you already know what that is. But stock, Novarossi 28.8 loves the Dynamite, man. The torque, it's got low end, it's got, you know, not as much low end as an 086, but it's got everything else. And it just loves this motor, man. That's the only pipe. I've tried other pipes, but it's the only pipe I run on this thing now. That Dynamite 053 Platinum belongs to the stock 28.8 Rex Legend. And you just run the conical header that comes with it. It's perfect. And it loves it. Good on fuel. Not too bad. You know, but these bigger motors eat a lot more fuel anyway. So that's about it, people. I gotta get going and I gotta see what's up with that. And I don't know about this thing, man. I am not excited. Like I said, I'd rather just throw that in the trash right there than even work with it. But I will. As I pull this apart, I will pick it apart. Okay? And what that means is I will show you guys, and especially new people and newbies and all you Traxxas people, why you don't want to buy a Traxxas Jado. Okay? Why you don't want to spend any money. Why in the hell would you buy one of these things unless you just don't know any better. That's all. Because there is way better platforms in Nitro than this for about the same price. Even if it was $100 more than that thing, you're still getting better quality and saving money in the long run. Trust me. And I will show you why. When I start pulling this thing and breaking this down, I will point out and I will pick apart every flaw, because there really isn't anything positive about this whole platform, about most Traxxas anyway. And like I said, I only ran Traxxas E-Words. You know, the fact that these things even have an E-Word motor to start the damn thing, that's a joke right off the bat. That should be an implication that you shouldn't even buy it. So anyway, we'll get into that. It is what it is, man, and I'm gonna just show you why you don't want one of these things and discourage anybody from ever buying one of these things ever. Don't waste your money. So, all right, people, that's the Muggy Maniac. I'm out of here. Let me turn some wrenches, and I didn't get this thing too dirty. She's pretty clean. Let me polish her up and get her shined up again. If I can fix that servo, I think I might have another one. I might run it again, man. I want to run this thing, man. I ran it for a little bit, but I was just having fun, man. This thing wants to get serious romping. Even with these tires on, the only problem with these things is there's no grip. So when you're running this 28.8 Rex Legend, man, this thing is just, I can do donuts all over the place. Anyway, that's all the Muggy Maniac's got. My newbie buddy will be, you know, by later probably to see what, I don't see what he wants to do with this. He's really not too excited about it either, thank God. So I'm in no hurry to even mess with that, because he knows he's got to spend more money to even get this thing going. So he's happy with his other ride. We'll probably get some video in the near future of him running and messing around with that thing, and me, you know, running with him. So, all right, people, that's all I got. But peace, people, and all you guys that are doing the work, Raja, man, Raja, if you want a real good, anybody wants a sick paint job, and I'll do one of these type paint jobs or God of War or whatever, you know. Wait till you see the next one I'm going to do for the Mugen MBX TR. That's going to, the next body I do for that's going to be sick. Okay, so anyway, I told Raja, if you want that body painted, I mean, I'm not no custom painter, man, I'll paint anybody's body for 50 bucks. You supply the paints. That's all. Supply the paints. I'll paint any body for 50 bucks. I don't think you can beat that. You know, I mean, I'm not a professional, but I guarantee you'll get your $50 worth. You know, and you guys will, you know, I mean, I do pretty decent work. Like I said, I'm not a pro, but you guys have seen my paint jobs, you know. Whatever you want. I can do them. I'm not too bad. I'm not, you know, Picasso or, you know, Rembrandt or anything, but, you know, I like doing it, and it's not that hard to do. You know, I'm getting better, you know, as I continue to do it, and I, you know, we'll have some other bodies that I'll be showing you guys. So anyway, that's all I got. All right, people, peace out.